Hey guys, welcome back. This is Ina with Good Cravings, your private protein bar manufacturer from Houston, Texas. And on this channel, we're discussing food industry, ingredients, protein bars, etc., etc. Once in a while, we're cooking a healthy recipe. So in May 2020, I posted this video on TikTok.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand, Paige. I don't understand. I don't understand.
So in that little video, I basically, in a joking way, exposed all the ingredients that are hidden in many food items, including snack and protein bars. The idea was just to question what we're eating and the purpose of those ingredients in the product. Since we're making our own custom fresh protein bars, we like to have those discussions. And I was just quoting on the screen some of the ingredients that you're gonna commonly see in a lot of brands of snack and protein bars like isomalt, glycerin, palm oil, lecithin, etc., etc., etc. What was interesting is to read some of the comments because somehow the video got 10,000 views and there were a handful of comments, which was super interesting for me to read. Here are just a couple of them. Xanthan gum is just for texture. Why is it bad? Wait, glycerin and those two gums you mentioned aren't bad for you though? The others aren't particularly either, by glycerin and xanthan gum are natural. What's your issue with erythritol? Just curious. Erythritol and xanthan gum are natural ingredients, much better than sugar and cornstarch. So let's jump into this discussion. Before we start though, I highly recommend to check our brand good-cravings.com. Would be nice if you like this video and share with your friends. They want to know a little bit more about the protein bar industry behind the scenes, because I think where I come into this equation, I'm a consumer myself that goes to a grocery store and shops for product. I'm a human. And B, I am on the other side of the fence, been in charge of manufacturing company myself, therefore producing food product for consumption and knowing a little bit more about what's required to be sold in grocery store and where is the place for all those ingredients that are kind of hard to read and understand. Little disclaimer, the purpose of this video is not to talk bad about any other brands or companies. It's not meant to expose anyone. It's just here for us to question things and to change up our consumer mentality and our approach when it comes to buying food in the store. So let's start first with this. I never said, or I don't think that certain ingredients, especially those that I have mentioned, are harmful for human health, otherwise they would be illegal. So therefore, if they're allowed to be used in the food industry, obviously they're safe for human consumption. So once we got that statement out of the way, let's go to number two, my second thought. My second thought was basically questioning, as a consumer, what I'm paying for and what those ingredients do for me. Even if you're gonna say, well, yes, but they're not harmful, my question to you is gonna be, I agree, but what does it do to you? What does it do to your health and your body? Does it add some micronutrients, macronutrients? Does it have antioxidants? Does it help with inflammation? What is it that may make you think that it's necessary there or it should be there? As a food manufacturer, I know why, and those ingredients are not there to serve the crowd and the consumer. They're there to serve the chain store and the brand behind the product. Most of the ingredients are used for nothing else but shelf stabilization, to make sure that the product sits on the shelf for as long as possible and doesn't dry out, doesn't go rancid, doesn't lose texture, so on and so forth. But it absolutely does nothing for you as a consumer. So you should take away the idea that somehow it benefits you. The only way it benefits you is that you have options. When you go to the store, there is a bar to buy, because if it got bad, it would be thrown away and you might not have choices at the store. This is what leads me to my thought number three. Did you know, for the product, for the protein bar particularly, I'm not gonna speak for any other products because I never dealt with them, but in order for a protein or a snack bar to be admitted to the store, it has, we're talking chain store, right? Something large. It has to have at least 9 to 12 month shelf life. If you think that when the bar is made, it goes right into the store and then gets in your hands, I have to disappoint you, but you are wrong. Before the bar gets on the shelf, it actually sits in the warehouse for a number of months before the previous batch is sold, and now they can resupply or restock the shelf. The idea behind it, the store does not want their shelf to sit empty, so they don't rely on the brand to supply them with fresh product once the previous batch is sold. They rely on distributor to get the product on time before previous batch is sold. Therefore, there's a consistency of the product on the shelf. All right, here is my next thought about all these unnecessary ingredients in the product, and particularly protein bars, is the price. And what are you buying? Even though I don't think these products are harmful, think about it. If the bar weighs 2 ounces and those 2 ounces are comprised of all those ingredients that are listed, every single ingredient is taking up a space or some weight in the bar. Let's say a little bit of protein, a little bit of nut butter, a little bit of date. So your price, whether you're paying $2.50 or $3, you're basically buying those ingredients. You're paying for protein, for date, for nut butter, so on and so forth. In order to add something in the product, you have to take something out. Lecithin, glycerin, they have weight. So that means now the money that you're paying for the product are not covering only the good things that you actually want to pay for, like protein itself, but you also have to pay for those fillers and binders and ingredients that really don't serve you in any way, but they just help the product to stay fresh. That means you're buying less food with the money that you spent. Because at the end of the day, you're buying a protein bar for one reason. You want a snack on the go that's high in protein and perhaps some other good ingredients. So why in the world then you would pay for glycerin, lecithin, palm oil? If you would need the palm oil, you would go and get a palm oil for frying. You don't need it in your protein bar. If you need lecithin to make a cake and make sure it's thick and it has consistency, you would go get lecithin and make cake with it. You don't need it in your protein bar. So this is where I am with this conversation about all these strange ingredients that we don't know nothing about, but we understand they have to be safe, otherwise they would not be in a food product. And look, I want to be realistic. If I want conveniently to grab a bar, I'm not gonna be ordering online 2 boxes and wait for a week. I'm gonna go to the store while I'm shopping, I'm gonna grab a snack, grab packaged foods. Like I said, I'm a consumer myself. So we have to compromise here somehow and understand that if we are buying that stuff from the store, we're agreeing basically that we would want those binders and stabilizers. Otherwise, we would not have that product on the shelf. But if we decide that, you know what, for certain particular products, I don't want to invest my money in the junk stuff. I'd rather invest it in food that I can eat and digest. I get more for my money. Then we can seek out independent producers, manufacturers just like our own. And nowadays, when shopping online is easiest as ever and everybody sells online, it's really not a big deal. Most of the brands offer free shipping or often breaks and discounts because I feel like this online world kind of made us all equal. That now the small businesses like our own can also shine bright and compete with bigger brands that have that exclusive right and have that marketing money and the budget to get to the big store where most consumers are shopping. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about unnecessary ingredients when it comes to buying any food product? Let's have a healthy discussion in the comments below. I do appreciate your time, and if you have any comments on this topic, I would love to discuss it in the future video. We love you, stay healthy, and Good Cravings is signing off. Until next time, bye.